Up-tempo basketball with Jack Ramsey. Here's your chance to learn from one of the game's great teachers. He's won championships around the globe and basketball's biggest prize, the NBA World Championship. Now you can know what he knows about playing the game and winning the game. Here's Coach Ramsey.
I'm Jack Ramsey. The video you're about to watch is about up-tempo, fast, aggressive basketball. It starts with conditioning, goes to defense, and then to offense. That's the way we're going to treat it. The conditioning where you get the skill, the agility, the stamina, and the strength to play this wonderful game. The defense that shuts down your opponent, and the offense that helps you to put points on the board. I know you're going to like it. This segment is on conditioning. If you're not in great condition, you can't play this game. These 5 aspects will get you there. The warm-up, the stretch, run and jump, agility, and strength. That will get you in the condition that you need to play this game and play it well. Are we ready? Go. Heads up, good stride. High knees. Get the circulation going, to get the muscles warm, you need to warm them before you stretch them.
Second group, go.
So one of the things that we do, we run what we call 30s.
First group back to the line.
Called 30s because the court is approximately 30 yards long. And we run all the way down with good running form to the end line, wait for the other players to have gone through, and then run back. Second group, go. All right, that's good. Now we're going to get into our balance work. So move your lines out. Right there is good. And the first thing is our deep squat. Toes pointed forward, feet comfortably apart, shoulder width apart, and drop the tail right down to the floor. Keep the heels on the floor and feel that easy balance. All right, the next part is balance on one leg. We'll start with the right leg up. Extend it fully in front. Bring it back. Foot back high as you can get it. Heads up, chest high. Point the toe. Bring it up in front, and then down to the floor. Another part of the warm-up is rope jumping. This exercise is also good for developing foot speed, agility, and reaction time. Okay, give us a couple of doubles now. Good. Good. After the warm-up comes the stretch. In basketball, strength plus agility equals power, and power is what makes it work in basketball. Stretch our shoulders and upper arms by reaching across and pulling over. And you do one arm for hold for 10, and then you do the other arm, and you hold for 10. So you get a big stretch in there. And then you take your elbow and you're forcing down now, back. So you're trying to reach with your fingers right down your shoulder blade back there and getting a full stretch in there. First one arm and then the other. The logical sequence to follow is start at the top and work right down through the body, emphasizing the upper body, getting a neck rotation, full arm movement, good flexibility through the neck and shoulders. You'd be surprised if you do this every day to find you can reach lower and lower and lower. Working our way down, stretching those muscles through the hip girdle and right up the sides of the body. And we're just going to twist the trunk as far as we can and hold. Then drop the hands, spread the feet apart more, and bend at the waist until your hands are down on the floor or as near to it as you can. And if you can, get your fist to the floor, or better yet, get your palms to the floor, or better yet, get your elbows to the floor. Okay, out to the side. Try and touch the outside of your shoe with both hands. That demonstrates good flexibility, a good stretch of the hamstrings and the calf muscles. Okay, take it over to the other side. Over and hold. Okay, and then up and over.
Attention to the lower body is critical. Stretching the groin, the hamstrings, the quads, and the calf muscles is very important.
Okay, and then point the toes over and come down with your weight over your front knee, back leg straight. Keep the back knee straight. And again, feel that stretch through the groin and the back leg. You get a stretch for the quads as well as the calf. Okay. Knees straight, keep the knees straight. If you can't get your toes, get your ankles. Okay, now bring those feet together. And use your elbows to push your thighs toward the floor.
Combining a foot rotation with the stretch helps to strengthen the ankle joints.
And get that knee all the way up to your chest. Okay, 10 count, then change legs and do the same. Okay, we take the first leg, hold it in back of the calf, keep the knee straight, and bring the leg, straighten the knees. Now, if you hold your calf, you'll probably get your knee straighter. Okay. Try and get as wide an angle as you can between your two legs.
Stretches of the quads and hamstrings will help prevent injuries during the course of the season. These muscle areas must be stretched to their fullest. Then we turn our attention to the lower back, stretching those muscles in the lower back area to increase flexibility, getting a full stretch in that lower back area.
Lay back and look over at your extended arm. It's only good if you keep your back heel on the floor.
Stretching the Achilles tendon and the calf muscles, an area very critical to the basketball player and dangerous if not properly stretched. Working our way down to the feet gives us a complete stretch of the entire body. We're ready to play.
Try and get that knee up to the chest.
Basketball is a game played with hands and feet. Running is critical. To develop a good stride, break it down to all its aspects. Here we show high knees, a critical part of good running form. Now, quick feet, getting the knees high, but with quickness of motion. Next, we want to get a high lift with the heel kicks, where the heels actually come high enough to kick the buttocks. This exercise not only stretches muscles, but emphasizes good running form. Now we combine them, starting off with heel kicks, then high knees, and then striding out using the combination of both and good arm action to facilitate the running motion.
Okay.
Now we go
You're going way up over
backwards
your head. Shoulder
because
high.
the game is
With your
played
fists.
forwards
Fists
and
don't reach
backwards,
shoulder high.
and the same principles apply there. High knees, moving in a backward direction, quick feet,
That's good. That's good.
and then striding back.
Yes.
Again, getting the high heel kicks
That's good.
and lengthening the stride
Good.
to cover floor distance.
Push off hard.
It takes practice. Then we move into another
Way over, Terry.
activity
Get up high,
called the
Terry.
karaoke.
That's good,
This is
Greg.
to
That's much
stretch
better,
muscles
Mike.
up in the
Get
hip
up high,
girdle
Tim. Good.
and increase the flexibility of the players. Jumping, getting off the floor in an explosive fashion, just bounding up and down, giving the players practice in jumping, in the technique of jumping, and also
Okay.
to help strengthen those muscles. One leg,
Try and get up.
increasing
Get up.
the strength of the jumping muscles, thrusting up high, getting high in the air.
Come back.
Now
Show
with
me one.
two,
That's it.
and
That's
leaping
it.
up
That's it.
in a frog-like leaping fashion,
Yeah.
trying to get the knees
Do 'em together.
up to shoulder level.
That's good, Greg.
The more you do
Good,
it,
Terry.
the better you get.
That's much better, Mike. Good, Tim.
Using the boxes for agility,
Okay.
good foot quickness is gained, as well as leg strength
That's good.
and foot coordination. A short time each day doing these drills will increase the player's reaction time, agility, and jumping ability.
Okay.
Getting off the floor quickly and getting the practice of getting up and down, forwards, then sideways.
He's all over that line.
All these drills not only increase agility, but foot quickness and leg strength. Having the player jump sideways, across and back a straight line, and then in and out of the circle. Stepping on one side of the line and then the other. Agility and coordination. Hopscotch to spots on the floor 3 feet by 4 feet apart, 2 feet and then 1. Increases foot speed and agility. Bounding to increase stride length. All this helps players run better and jump higher. Now we work on body strength, starting with the upper body. Push-ups, using no equipment other than your own body weight. Positioning the hands out in front to start with, alongside the body, pointing outward, then pointing inward, and then pointing forward alongside the body. A great upper body strength workout.
Put our feet on the floor, bend our knees, hands in the armpits across the chest. You get your shoulders off the floor. You come about 3, maybe a third of the way up. Hands behind the neck.
Total body strength is no greater than the strength of the player through the midsection. A variety of exercises can be used to strengthen that midsection area. Crunchies, elbows to the knees, hand extensions to the toes. All these forms of exercises build strength in the midsection that is critical to the player. To increase the strength of the player across the hip girdles and through the middle, this lateral crunchie
Okay, that's good.
also
Roll
is
over on
very
the other side.
beneficial. First on one side and then on the other. Lifting the shoulders off the floor. Finishing off with a bicycle style exercise, elbows to the knees. All that finishes up good body strength in the middle.
Oh, that's great.
Before getting to the last segment of our strength work, the lower body, take a warm-up run, emphasizing good running techniques just to keep that fresh in the player's mind. Then we go to the lunges, a great exercise for improving hamstring strength. And finally, we finished with vertical thrusts, a great exercise for increasing quadricep strength. First one leg and then the other.
Really thrust, really push off with your left foot, hard. Get up.
Hit the horn.
Defense. This is where you win the game. There are 5 keys to successful defense. First is that you don't allow penetrations. Secondly, you don't give transition layups. Third, you don't give second shots to your opponent. Fourth, you don't give your opponent balls in the paint. And fifth, you challenge every three-point shot. You do those 5 things and do them well, you're going to win a lot of games. The drill work that makes defense work boils down to 5 areas. Defensive stance, the ability to move your feet, defending the player with the ball, defending the player without the ball, and blocking out and rebounding so the opponent doesn't get a second shot.
Defensive stance is one of comfort and balance. Feet are shoulder width apart. The lead foot is the foot that's nearer that basket-to-basket line. So if I'm defending the player with the ball here, my right foot is forward. If I'm on the other side of the floor, my left foot would be forward. My feet are shoulder width apart. The toe of my back foot approximately even with the heel of my front. Same hand as forward as foot, same hand as back, that's with the foot that's extended backwards. My hand, front hand is at ball level, working with the dribbler here, high with the shooter if he takes his shot. When I say ready, everybody jumps to that defensive position. Ready. Now, when we move our feet, remember we want to push off hard in the direction of the dribbler. Imagine that you're defending the player who has the ball. He's in front of you. Move your feet, point the toe in the direction that you're going. Follow me. Here we go. Take him across the line. When you cross the line, move your foot position. Come at me, slide it over, take it back, and across. Okay, from our defensive slides now, we're going to defend the imaginary shooter, we're going to block out, we're going to rebound the ball, and outlet the pass. The transition from defense to offense has to be quick. We're going to get down the floor on a fast break. Everybody gets a shot. Everybody makes his shot. Then you come back to half court looking for the ball, and then defend in your foot slides all the way down to the baseline. Ready? Here we go. Shot. Rebound it. Go on the break. Get your score. See it coming back. Good footwork all the way to the baseline. Good work. All right, now we're going to work on our individual footwork. We're going up the base, up the sideline, across midcourt, down the sideline, and across the baseline. Keeping good foot position. When you're going up the line, you're advancing on a player who has the ball. When you're going across, you're defending a player who's dribbling in that direction. When you're going down the wing, you're defending against a player who's advancing at you. And then on the baseline, you're defending against a dribbler who's moving laterally to your right. Ready? Go. Good footwork now. Good footwork. Point that toe as you come across. Point that toe. Keep the butts down. All the way across the floor. Down the sideline. Across the baseline. All the way to the end. All the way to the end. Make them work.
Good team defense starts with good individual defense, especially on the player with the ball. So we start with full court work and then move to the half court. In half court play, we give the ball at the top of the circle and force it to the sideline and make the offensive player pick the ball up. Once he has picked it up, we say stick him. We want the defender to get up on the player with the ball, hands high, but not to reach in where he would commit a foul. His objective is not to steal the ball, but to make the offensive player have a tough pass. Then we move to the baseline, force him to pick it up, and then pass the ball out.
All right, this is for blocking shots, to give the big guys an opportunity to practice his shot blocking. Remember, big men, keep your hands ready. Keep them above the shoulders. Use the hand that's nearer the shot to go after it. Don't leave your feet until the shooter does. Okay, go. Straight up. Good. Go get it. Excellent. Here he comes. Into the lane, Eddie. Good. Good. Go get it, Eddie. All right. All right, Terry. Straight up, Dave. Good. Go get it. Try and keep it in play now. Don't hit that ball out of bounds. Get up in the air. Go get it. That's the way. The player who is overplaying here, your weight is a little more on your front foot than your back foot.
Now we deal with overplaying the player without the ball.
So that when he back cuts, you're able to push off on this front foot. See, if your weight is even or on your back foot, eventually it has to shift here. And that fraction of a second could cost you. So your weight's a little here where you can see the ball. You have this hand in the passing lane. Now when he back cuts, you push off hard with this foot and get in this lane where you can see the ball and deflect the pass. All right, here we go.
This drill gives the defender practice in overplaying and then deflecting the pass. First one-on-one and then three-on-three.
Tough on him. Get up on him, Greg. Back cut. See it, Eddie. Good.
The emphasis here is pressuring the ball, overplaying the near receiver, and then providing weak side help, forcing the ball to the sideline. And as the player clears, taking a helping position, and then coming up and pressuring the ball again.
Right there. Good. Okay, and stop. All right, now we move to 3-on-3. This is full court. We want this an up-tempo defensive game. We want to keep hard pressure on the ball and helping with the other two defenders who are assisting the player who's defending the ball. Talk, slide through screens in the back court, get over the top of screens in the front court. Strong defense. Nobody gets to the basket. Let's go to work. Okay, help him, help him. Keep the ball in front now. Don't let him beat you. Recover, good. Keep him on the sideline now. Keep him on the sideline. No middle, no middle, no middle. Come get him. Be up, block, block, rebound. All right.
This kind of drill work simulates the game situation, gives the players the feel of pressuring the ball, getting it over the half court, and then keeping it on the sideline. Don't allow middle penetration. Overplay the near receiver. Get over the top of screens. Funnel in and cluster and fill up that basket area. Play in between the passing lanes and deflect balls.
Okay, now we add the fourth player on defense. We're building our defense from 1-on-1 to 2 to 3 and now to 4. We want it full court. We want pressure on the pass inbounds. We want pressure on the receivers. The only rule that we put in to help our defensive work is that the inbounds pass must be received inside the free throw line. After that, the offense can do what it wants. Defenders, keep the ball in front of you until it's over half court. Once it's over half court, try and get it to the sideline and don't let it get to the basket area. Nobody drives middle. Whatever shot is taken, 4 players block out and get a possession. Here we go. Keep him under control, Dwayne. Get up on him a little tougher pressure on the ball. There you go. Keep it sideline. Tough on the ball. Help him. Good. 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 Good help. Keep him there. Tough. 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 Block. Block. Block and rebound. Excellent. That's good. We're going to do the same kind of work now. We're going to start it in the back court, just over half court. We're going to give the guards a chance to get some diagonal switches in. Inside defenders play up on your man, so any soft passes, feel free to go after them. Nobody gets the ball in the paint, and no deep post positions. We're going to front post guys, get side, front, side again, so we're not allowing a ball into a low post position. Here we go.
In this drill, the defender on the ball makes his man spin with the dribble. The offside defender runs and jumps at the player with the ball, and then they pick up and play normal, aggressive pressing defense.
We want to give ourselves practice in double teaming at various positions. And one of them is from the side court, from the wing position. So if I'm playing Tim, if I'm defending Tim, and he's come out to get the ball, as Dwayne brings the ball up, I have, in my defensive game plan, I have the right, I have the freedom to come up and double team him when I think I have a good opportunity to do it. Because sometimes those guards come with their heads down, they have a definite play in mind, and if I step up and double team him, the unexpected nature of this action causes him sometimes to fumble the ball, sometimes to walk with it, sometimes to make a bad pass, and we might even get a deflection on this. So we have a chance of getting a turnover, something good that can happen if I make a good double team here. And it's not going to happen in the game unless we do it in practice. Okay, there's your double, hard double, good, good. While there's no particular rule about where you do this, a good rule of thumb is between the free throw line and the hash mark. All right? You don't want to go too far deeper than that, but somewhere in this area. You can go out as high as the hash mark, you can go as deep as the free throw line extended, but perform your double team in that area. All right, let's do it. Hands high, go. Double, good, hands high. Hands high, Eddie, good. All right, here we go.
Drill work not only means working on the double team, but on the rotation. The rotation is the man who double teams goes weak side and picks up the open man. Then everybody plays tough, tries to get into a passing lane, tries to shut everything down, steal the ball if he can.
We want to get practice on one more part of this kind of defense. When the ball gets swung and the defender, weak side defenders get in the lane, there is a possibility for that weak side deep man to flash to position to get a ball. We can't allow that. So if the ball is out front with James and you're in a helping position, Dave, you still cannot allow your man to flash up and receive a pass. And if the ball is in Eddie's hands, the same thing is true. We can't let either of these weak side players come to a post position. Now we want to give both players practice on that, both the big men. So we're going to start with the ball up top. When the ball is here, Greg, you try and flash to position. If you don't get it, go back down. James, reverse the ball to Terry, and Eddie, you flash. Let's keep the ball out of the post position, big guys. Here we go.